So with Oscars now behind Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige has been making the rounds, doing interviews, talking about the future of the MCU, which everybody wants to know what's next. Well, one thing that doesn't look like it's next is Nova, as it seems that Nova is not coming at us anytime soon. Now, I think most of you know who Nova is, the human rocket. He's kind of been important in Marvel Comics. I would say in the middle 2000s was his big highlight, right? And ever since then, he's kind of fallen to the wayside. There's been new versions of Nova, such as Sam Alexander, but the core Nova, Richard Rider, hasn't really been utilized as much. And now Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige was directly asked about the future of Marvel Studios, and Nova is one thing that always gets brought up. A lot of people like the character, some people don't even know who he is, but certainly when you see him, he has a unique look. He has a look you can sell. And a lot of people are looking at Nova like a character that's kind of got to happen at some point, right? Just with the way they've set up the Nova Corp and Xandar Prime and everything, and how they kind of laid some pieces out there. It's like, this has got to happen, right? You've set up the character. But then again, you go back to Iron Man 2, we clearly see Atlantis is highlighted on a little blip, and we still haven't had Namor. So who knows what their plans are? Well, Kevin Feige was asked, what are the plans for Nova? And he said nothing. There are no plans. So, take it at face value. As I've said before, Kevin Feige doesn't really lie a whole lot when it comes to these interviews, and he doesn't really sugarcoat a lot. I believe him when he says this, that there's currently no plans for Nova, and they're not going to do that. But then again, what is a current plan? 5 years ago, there was no plans for Spider-Man in the MCU. That all changed one night. 3 years ago, there was no plans for X-Men or Fantastic Four. That changed in December. So plans are always changing, and who's to say, he's not saying, yeah, we don't have plans for Nova, like a solo Nova, but who's to say Nova isn't going to appear in something else, like the next Avengers movie, or be a supporting character in a Captain Marvel sequel or something? We don't know. I think what he's saying right now is, we don't have a plan. He's being real with us. Nova's not happening right now, but Nova is a character that can make an impact on the MCU. And honestly, why just blow your load and toss out a Nova movie out there when you haven't even wrapped Black Panther's trilogy, or Captain Marvel's, or Doctor Strange's, or Ant-Man's? There's a lot of things in motion currently that still got to wrap up, so don't fill it with a bunch of new franchises, because we already know we're getting Eternals, Shang-Chi, Black Widow. Toss Nova on top of that, you're going to have 8 series that still haven't even had a sequel or a proper trilogy ending. That's a little too much, so I get what he's saying, even though I'm a little bummed about it. I think Nova is coming, just not solo.